Welcome to Gaming Stream number 74. I'm your host, Devious Dave Rose. Apparently my mic settings are quite good because it's going into the red line, which means it's quite loud. So let's move that mic a little back there. And welcome all those who have chosen to spend their time with us here today. In the chat, if we look up, way up, we have It's the Man with Two First Names, Queen Lauren, Latino Heat. Let me scroll down here. And that is so far those who have chosen to join us, but I'm sure there will always be many more. In fact, you can guarantee it. Now, it's been quite some time since I've streamed. Shout out to the 5 viewers. But, yes, I wanted to jump on. I'm a little inebriated, let's say. But, it's been quite some time since I've been able to get some time to actually stream. But so far, I'm going to begin with what I wanted to do last week, but could not get around to. On April 20th, Elon Musk decided to launch his Starship. And I misstated the name in the past. Yes, that's right, Dave is not perfect. Not yet. Close. But, I've called it Spaceship in the past, which he's sort of used that name interchangeably with a lot of different things that he's done. But regardless, I was wrong. Okay, I'll accept that. But the fact is that he launched a craft that was larger than the Saturn V rocket. And despite its failure, fucking held together amazingly. And yes, we're talking nerd shit here. So if you don't like nerd shit, hate watchers, go watch somebody else. I don't know who's live right now, but I know that Joe Cronin of the Joe Cronin Show will definitely be going live with Monetize This. And I don't know what time that's going on, but probably 10:30. You never know if Ken is going to be on with Insomniac. So you've got a lot of stuff to watch tonight, and I'm sure somebody else will stream as well. But for the time being, we will be playing some Kerbals and trying to emulate what Elon Musk tried to do. And yes, I built a prototype, but I think I'm going to have to rebuild it because, this craft here is quite large. And, I didn't even transition the screen. Stupid Dave. Hold on. KSP. There we go. Let's just put a little bush there. A happy little bush. And let's get the game going here. So we'll start the game. And yeah, I want to try to see how far we can get with this. And maybe I'll fuck around with a couple other things, but who knows? You never know when my shows will turn into some sort of drama, but I'm starting to think maybe we got to pay to play on that one. So, but then again, I'm sure it'll infuriate some because I'm not even saying names because they know who they are, and they'll get quite pissed listening. But if I did get donations to talk drama, it'd be a simple matter of flipping a switch. But right now, I want to emulate what Elon Musk did. And in fact, maybe I'll make a character called Elon, and it'll be Elon Kerbin, and he'll pilot this craft. Elon Musk's mysterious aura is weirdly attractive. You're gay. What can I say? I certainly don't find that weirdly attractive or just attractive. He looks like an alien, to be quite honest. But anywho, to each their own, I guess. As long as you're, not 22 years old and trying to fuck your sister's babysitter at 16 or 15 or 14, I don't even know anymore. But, you know, as long as you're not trying to do that sort of thing, and you know who I'm referring to, then I guess it's okay. So let's get back to this here. The BFG, that's the one I believe that we created. Yeah, so this is the imitation of, but it's not even that good in the sense, well, I'm very critical of my work. But regardless, oh, I just clicked on the wrong window. Let's try that again. Okay, the landing legs show that they can sustain the weight. The engines show themselves to be actually quite powerful to control this. There's an excess of weight here. It's not necessary. And unfortunately, the wings aren't that good because they can't rotate the way that they're supposed to in real life. But it will work. It will work, even if we, again, just push it. Look, look. Don't criticize me. Man with two first names tastes are quite different from the straight man. So, anywho, we're talking space here. So, also, what we need to, we're also going to be, I should say, adding action groups. Action groups basically dictate, okay, well, engine stops firing once you click a certain key and so forth. And other things. There's going to be, actually, I can't remember what they're called, but hold on. Aerodynamics. The air brakes. Air brakes. Where are the air brakes on this one? What the fuck's this? I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Research into feasible ways to slow down a plane in midair showed that loose hull panels are pretty great at drag-inducing deceleration devices. Man, look at this description. It sounds more winded than I am. So we're going to put them here. We're going to make 3. Okay, but oof, that's not good. We'll move them. We'll move them. I think we'll do that. There we go. All right, but when they extend or deploy, they deploy this way to slow. If this was on a plane, it would slow down the direction that this is pointing. But that's not. This is going to be landing ass first. So we want to actually rotate these 180 degrees. And we're going to attach a key, or key on the keyboard, that will open this up in the action groups. So that's what I was talking about. See how this looks. Nope, that's off. Whoops, clicked on the wrong window. All right, so when this thing is landing, it's going to look like this. And it's very, very similar to what SpaceX is doing. But again, they're using, but their air brakes essentially also act as a directional fin, and it can help alleviate the stress on the rocket engines and direct them to their landing spot. It's nuts. Shout out to the 9 viewing. Holy shit. I'm going all nerd here, so I really don't give a fuck if we've got 2 or 22 viewing. But yeah, so bottom line, we got our air brakes here. We're going to attach a key to that. Not a fan of the airlets, I guess, if you want to call them that. Or winglets, I should say. But they did work in the past, so we're gonna use that. These down here do not move, but these do. In sort of, if you thought of a circle looking at that. That's how these move. That's better because the center of mass, here we go, center of thrust. Right now, this thing is fully fueled. If this was halfway fueled, this would lower, and it will lower as we, use it to try to boost ourselves into orbit. So this is what we want as we use our fuel to get into orbit, this will lower. And then when we want to land, we want this as close to the center of thrust here as possible, which is really, really low. We could technically move these engines up a bit, but first of all, it doesn't look that cool. And I don't know, we might actually need to do that, but I don't want to. This fucking looks awesome on its own. But yeah, we have enough clearance. That's the thing. If we're going to actually emulate SpaceX, these engines are much more up, I guess, in the sense because we don't see too much of the engine when you look at the actual plane or the craft that flew. But it's probably halfway through, so we could technically move those up, which would allow us to then move up the legs, the landing legs. Because again, if you look at the center of mass overlay and the center of thrust, that's the edges. Ideally, this circle, this globe, sphere, has to be or should be in the middle of that. That's the most efficient way. I'm smoking weeds. Man with two first names. He says in the chat, who else is smoking weeds? I am. Yes. Also, I've been hearing a lot of people using my Emperor impression. Well, I should say they are, committing impressions. Yes, like a crime, but they're committing impressions of me, your first and fifth drama emperor. Very naughty indeed. So yeah, back to the science. Since we know that this is going to be drained of fuel, this will eventually go down and we'll match up with this. But I'm starting to think now, maybe we do want to move those engines up. They work. We did this basically just proof of concept, but it might be a good idea actually to move these guys up. So if we go to this tool move, and if you look at the SpaceX rockets, at least from photographs, they look like this. They're really embedded in the craft itself, but that should be good. Take out these. And these legs can go up, so if we do this, that's some good clearance there. Also, I should have mentioned this earlier, probably at the beginning of the stream. For some fucking reason, my video card's fan is not running, and as in it's not spinning, it's not cooling down the card, and I don't know if this game with its graphics is going to break it, but it's been a while again since I've streamed, and I really do want to address the whole SpaceX stuff and try to emulate it. But yeah, if this stream just dies, it's probably the video card. My internet is working very well, so it wouldn't be that. But just to let you know, it would probably be the video card if we really push this. And yeah, on a related note, donation lines fully open 24/7. Operators are standing by. All right, so we don't have to worry about this now. We may want to replace I might actually make this a little bit bigger, because we want, ideally what we're aiming for is this thing actually gets into space. We're not going for the Elon Musk fail, which wasn't a fail. They got so much when it came to information regarding how the engines function. And this is the craziest part. This is what, is a nerdgasm. And there's a lot of talk about this, but I personally believe this as well. But Elon Musk knew that his rocket was way too powerful for the launch site. So he purposely allowed it, because again, he's launched, what we're looking at right now, the Starship on its own, doing a belly flop and stuff, and then coming to what's called a suicide dive or suicide fire, where it fires most of its thrust at the end of its descent, as opposed to slowly going down to the surface like you would see on a low gravity planet like the moon. So let me get my thoughts focused here. Yeah. Actually, I don't even know what I was going for. That was good weed. But regardless, smoke the weeds if you are inclined. If not, I'm cool with you too. But yes, so what we want to do, again, I've got to stay focused. I do want some, again, my intention is to get this in orbit. And now I'm remembering what I was saying. But again, Elon Musk got a lot of information from his test vehicles. What we're looking at right now, 12 or 13 went up, blew up, did not work until I think it was 13 or 14 that eventually this thing fucking launched up to quite an altitude. Then did exactly what he had proposed, which was to belly flop, to slow down its descent, to create as much surface area as possible, to have the craft slow down, and then swivel itself back onto its ass and fire those rockets. It had 3, but only 2 were active. It makes you think a lot about how the dynamics of this works. And with those 2 engines, they were able to land this thing upright and prove concept. Fucking this shit's incredible. All right, let's save this. Make sure that we're constantly saving. Since I'm probably older than most of you, back in the day when we were using DOS-based programs, you got into the habit of saving subconsciously, because the computer could die out at any point. And as long as you saved your document or game or whatever, then you would be okay. So we need thrusters, because again, we want to get into space. So fuel tanks. There used to be one. I think oh, there it is. Monopropellant. It's very. No, I didn't say that. Look, it flipped it. It flipped it around without me saying that. What is this shit? All right. Well, this thing here. Look at this rose. Why? Because there's more weight. That's a lot of weight, actually. But if this was to be proper, there would be a storage space for cargo. Oh, we got more comments in the chat. Emperor, what's your fave dessert? Oh, that's a good question. I do love these random questions during my nerdy streams. Favorite dessert? Cake or ice cream, or cake and ice cream. I think that probably be my preference. No, man with two first names is getting into the whole. I knew what she meant. Okay, so she misspelled it. It's okay. We're talking about dessert here. That takes precedence over perspicacity. Okay. And again, who doesn't love ice cream and cake? Both together. They were meant for each other. All right. This thing is flipped backwards, so we gotta rotate that. There we go. But this thing here, and I might have to change this. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're doing what Elon Musk did. We're not going to do what he plans to do because this is just a base stage. He's planning on actually having it have massive cargo. The one that he sent up doesn't have that. It's not set up for that. So we're going to do this because, again, the intention it was... In fact, he didn't even expect it to fucking... like stay in space. Like he expected it actually to expend its fuel and to land in the Pacific. So, you know, the first part, the first stage would launch it and get it into orbit and fall into the Atlantic. It would it would circulate the Earth and then eventually fall into the Pacific. So we're gonna stick with that. And we've got to add some thrusters to this. Command and control. Yeah, let's use these. Hold on. Oh, we don't want 4. Got 2 there. And we're going to show you guys at some point MechJeb 2. Very cool program, add-on mod for the game. And it allows you to remotely control a craft. And you can do so much with it. Very cool shit. We're doing it live. Fuck it. Man with 2 first names, we're doing it live. All right, so we're going to add one of these up here. Not on the belly, because we're going to be landing on the belly. And we're going to add one up here. Actually, no, because it'll be on an angle. It'll be canted. And yes, that is a term. Look it up. We'll put one right up here because that's level. But, actually, no. We'll move it actually down here in close alignment to these 2 other ones. Close enough. Whatever. Fuck it. And we'll add this little port up here. This will help us direct our nose. Save that. Oh. Just thought we're going to need probably some solar panels. And a battery. Fuck. We really need to revise our thoughts here. Okay. Fuck it. Let's add batteries. In fact, let's add a section for cargo. We'll put our batteries in there. Not exactly what went up, but I'm getting there. Close. Gonna have to move those wings up. But, alright, so battery. Nope, let's get the big one. So there's the big one. We're gonna need to extend some solar panels. This thing's a little big, but we'll deal with it. Make a docking port as well. So, I think it's structural, right? Yeah. Put that there. And we'll put coupling. There we go. Oh. Let's just rotate this, pop it up there. There we go. Save that. Got a battery, and we're gonna have to add some solar panels. Might be a little excessive here, this part. Well, actually, we could do this. No, that's not what I want. Nah, that's not gonna work. Let's undo this. Oops. There we go. There we go. So, I don't know what that's there. Dave, what's your favorite news outlet? They're all prostitutes, every single one of them. So, I have none favorite. All right, so we need, again, this thing's weird. I guess another fuck up from the game. But we need solar panels. Gotta stay focused here. Although I am reading the chat and so forth. Since we're inside the bay, let's get these ones here. Yep, looks good. We extend these. Yep. Not much coverage, but you know, should be a good backup. Pimps and whores, says man with two first names. All right, let's retract these. I think we should be okay. Again, this is experimental. I'll close that. Okay, hold on. We have to define our action groups. So... Alright, so action groups. Custom one. So one will be our solar panels. Extend solar panel. There we go. That's number one. I'm going to move these wings up. Oh, doesn't look proper. Alright, well, goodbye to you. We're going to start anew. So, aerodynamics, same wing. See if we can move it. Nope. Have to do them individually, it looks like. So, first one. Nope. That's not what I asked for. I'm going to clone the winglets, and then we're going to move them. Yep, same angle. And now try to do the same. Yep. Perfect angle. We'll save that. And who do we have piloting this? Tiff, Danny, Jesse, and Cora. I don't risk them. Casey. There we go. I'm willing to risk you. You're a scientist. You can't pilot this. Actually, did I create this? I'm just wondering if I... No, I didn't add the control. All right, Cronin, you're in here. We'll see if you survive, but my intention is to make you survive, so don't hate me. All right, so if you die, that is. All right, so we've got everything basically set up here. G will take care of those gears, but we do want, and I think I'm going to pull an Elon Musk. I'm going to grab these and pull them up here. Oops, clicked on the wrong window again. Alright, so they're usually a little bit higher. Actually, yeah, why not? Put them up there. Up. We don't want to block the cargo bay here. We'll save that. But we will make this action group 2. So number 1 is for the solar panels, but number 2 will be for the air brakes. So we're going to toggle that. Perfect. Save that. So far, so good. Video card hasn't died yet. Oh, what the hell is that thing doing there? Save. Okay, so this looks a little unwieldy. We might need some bigger wings, but should be okay. A lot of fuel. Now it's time to make the rocket. So, this is going to be a challenge because I'm going to try to emulate it as best as possible. So, we need a decoupler first. Nope, that won't work. I need something big. Nope. See, the problem is it wants to attach to all 3 engines. But we might need to create a point here. So hold on, let's do this. Trying to move the engines as best as possible. Yep. I'm going to add something in the middle there to allow for it to release. So, let's save it again. Shout out to the 7 viewing. Oh my. Oh, and now I have to reset it again. Yeah, that works for me. So, we want to create a point right here where we can release, since it doesn't want to let us to do so. So, nope, not that one, too small. I'm going to attach that center sphere there. There we go. Actually, no, we don't want that. We want actually a separator, which will push something into only one direction, as opposed to splitting this up. You'll see what I'm talking about. There we go. Structural. There we go. Perfect. Just reading the chat. Hi, good to see you, says Butterfly. Happy Saturday. I just hit the like button. Thank you very much, Butterfly. Hope you enjoy tonight's episode of this gaming stream. You never know where it will go, but right now we're just playing some games. So we've got our launch point here, and now we have to build the big motherfucking rocket. So let's see how this works. Hold on. I'm going to use this instead. It's too small. Yeah, we'll stick with this. But this has to actually be attached to a very large rocket. So, where are our fuel tanks? These are the ones we want. Yes, nice and large. So, guess we're going to have to stick with all these. All right, so, where is it? No. Wrong one again. All right. So this is where we have to attach this to this stage here. Whoops. There we go. Not exactly the way that it's featured with Elon Musk, but we'll deal with it. We do want to add some struts, though. So structural. This will make sure this thing doesn't fly apart. I'll add a few more, just in case. Did not want to do that. Nope. Again, game's a little weird. So let's save that. All right, let's try to build this fucking rocket here. This is going to be the challenge. Because this thing is the biggest fucking rocket ever made. And I'm also trying to make it as accurate as possible. But, yeah, we're going to need another one. I just don't know if this game is actually going to allow this thing to fucking lift off. But we need something here. Structural, I believe. No, it's... well, what I'm looking for here is a cone that will allow us to add multiple engines. Yeah, I think it's this one. No, too small. Because this Starship primary stage is fucking massive. And it has, I can't remember the number, I think it's 39 engines on it. It's wacky. I thought one of these had them, but they're all smaller, so... Obviously, that's not going to work. Well, I guess I'll have to figure this out myself. So, we're going to assume in this game that these are the engines that the Raptor uses, or the Starship And I think I'm going to actually add... Where are they? So what I'm looking for right now, I think it's under aerodynamics. Yeah, there we go. These they're called tail connectors, but they work so well if we just flip them around and just add a bunch around the fucking craft. And now what do we have? The ability to mount engines to those spots right there. So we can add even more. So look at this. Come on. Okay, so there's a lot of engines added on there. They're not actually in the right spot, so let's see if we can fix that. But yeah, look at that. And if we were to add... we want that thrust. We don't want to add additional weight to this. That's the big thing. So we want as much thrust as possible to just fucking throw this motherfucker into orbit. But the big thing, though, is... Actually, hold on. Let's undo that. Clone that. Take this off again. Now in here... There we go. That's what we want. We're just trying to put as many engines as possible again. Emulate what Elon Musk did on 420. I'm not the biggest fan of that. But... so be it. Have to put one in the middle there. Now we're going to do that. Oops, there we go. Oops. Press too many keys here. Also take into consideration, once I enable and add the next set of engines. Alright, perfect. And where did I put them? There they are. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, granted, it's not as much as Elon Musk did. It doesn't look exactly the same, but damn. That's one fucking crazy rocket. So, let's see if this mother flies. Shout out to It's Steve Callan. And yes, my condolences on the Jets. Very unfortunate, but still, go Jets, go. And fuck the Leafs. They're playing tonight, I believe. All right, so we got to make sure that we've got everything figured out here. Let's lower this. Can't wait to see how this thing fucking flies. All right, so that's good. Structural, we'll get launch towers here. We'll put 4. Oops, pressed the wrong thing again. Save it. Oh, it's almost launch time. This is going to be great. All right, so this is our BFG. Let's hope it holds up. All right, so the stages. So we need a new stage here. This will go here. Oops, not there. All right, so all our engines go off. Get that thrust going. Then the release of the towers. Once that's done, and this rocket obviously is going into space, we will have the release right there of our main and second stage. So once released, these engines, the 3, will be active. So we'll save it again. Was there anything else I needed the fucking action key on this? I don't think so. I'm trying to think. I think there was some final thing. We've got these in order. We've got the rockets. Yeah, I think we're good to go. All right, so we've got our crew member there, Cronin Kerman. Hopefully he'll... Oh, yes, the air brakes. That's what we needed to do. So, actually, no, I think I already did that. That's number 2. Yeah, number 2 is air brakes. Number 1 is the... Actually, hold on. This is what we're going to do. Number 1 will be to open this. So, number 1, toggle bay doors. Number 2, extend solar panel. Extend solar panel. So number 1, open the bay doors. Number 2 is extend solar panels. Now, number 3, we want to expand the air brakes. So toggle. Save. Perfect. Perfect. And G always takes care of gears, which will be the landing gears in this case. It's going to be nuts. Let's see how this motherfucker goes. We don't have to worry about the concrete blowing up the engines on this craft here, but yeah, it's going to be a challenge. In fact, I might want to add some tail fins to keep this thing from deviating too far. No, actually, they've got gimbal. They should work. If not, it's going to be a fucking epic fucking destruction, just like we saw with Elon Musk. But here we go, people. Here we go. What? We were supposed to go launch. Try that again. Launch. All right, here we go. Cronin Kerbal, Godspeed, good sir. Hopefully you survive this. And don't blame the engineers. So, increase throttle to 80%. We're going to activate SAS. Computer is working fine. Good telemetry. And here we go. Wow. This thing's a fucking monster already. We are getting some atmospheric interference. Oh, no, 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 no. Something's wrong with our fucking direction. Okay, we're gonna have to revert flight to launch. Yeah, something's not working right. I'm going to revert flight to the vehicle assembly building, and we're going to rotate the craft itself. Oops. Then we have to do the gravity turn. So that's the direction we want to be facing. So let's try it again. Yes. All right, perfect. So increase. Actually, we'll reduce it slightly, but 80%. Activate SAS and activate engines. Perfect. This thing's a beast. Slight turbulence again. We're remaining on our course. Shit, we're going fast. We're 10 kilometers. Apoapsis at 60. We're going to want to adjust ourselves. Holy shit, this fucking thing is fucking massive. Okay, so at 144 kilometers. Oh, we're doing a spin here. Let's wait till we get back into our orbit or our ideal rotation. Eject this. Activate our engines. Check our map here. Okay, Apoapsis 174. Come on. Why is the engines are still running at that point? Nope. Oh, it's RCS. There we go. All right, so we are in out of the atmosphere, essentially. You can see this. Apoapsis at 174. We have approximately 80% of our fuel remaining. Our orbit is slightly decanted here. It's not on the proper equatorial. However, we have been able to maintain a mostly equatorial orbit. We can adjust this later on, but what we need to consider right now is that at 174,000 meters or 174 kilometers, it'll give us a time to rectify this. But we have to be very mindful of the fuel. We want to make this maneuver as close to the apoapsis as possible to not waste fuel. So if we add this maneuver here, and again, 100 kilometers, translate to American, I don't know what it is. Make sure that you're not falling back into the atmosphere. So 104 kilometers. 65, nope. 118, still nope. 106, 91. That's appropriate. That's okay. So, our craft has about 1 minute until that intersection there. So we're just counting the time. We're probably going to hit the, I'm going to actually go to target here, or maneuver. We're going to look at our status here. Oxidizer and liquid fuel looking good. Electric charge almost at max, as well as monopropellant. But we are going to fire our maneuver now. Colonel looks like he's having a good time. A gay old time. Yeah, you can see that there's a lot of vibration. Oops. Yeah, a lot of vibration from this craft. Not the most stable. Let's activate RCS again. Look at this. I'm reducing the speed. Using just RCS. Ideally we want to get that to 0, but it never is the case. Unless you are as stringent as I am. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so we've got a stable orbit now with our craft. Let us look at ourselves. Whoops, clicked on the wrong window. So we're not in the right rotation. So let's, no, that's not what I said. Let's rotate the craft. There you go. There you go. Oh, and, no, hold on. No. Stop it. I didn't say that. It's doing its own thing. Stop it. Okay, so number 2, air brakes retracted. Number 1, there we go. Number 3, no. Number 2. Oh, I didn't map them properly. I apparently gave 2 and 3 to both the air brakes. All right. Well, no, I must have done something because they're the solar panels. Okay, so they're working. Perfect. So I've accomplished more than Elon Musk did. So, Elon, call me. I can do this. Just let me use Kerbals to figure out how to do your missions. But, yeah, so we're in orbit, stable orbit. We have, say, about a little less than a third of fuel, which will allow us still to land, hopefully. But we're going to want to actually do that. If we were, okay, so right now, I don't know why it thinks that we're an aircraft. Yeah, if we were to reduce this periapsis right here, it'll get us into the atmosphere. But we want to do that in daylight and preferably over Kerbal Space Center, which is right there. So we have to wait a little bit for that. Cronin, you look like you're having a good time. Let's see what's going on with you. Oh, he's The only one there in the cockpit, and he does like the cock, so he's in his own place there in the cockpit. Nice place. And the craft still doing quite well. A lot of monopropellant, as you can see. So if there was a space station around here, then you could certainly dock with it. Perhaps the next time. Look at Cronin having a gay old time. Emphasis on the gay. So, I'll show you guys. G extends the gears. So, those work. That's good. We're going to want to wait, again, till we can land, preferably at Kerbal Space Center, which we might do about here. Yeah, let's add a maneuver in right now. Problem is, it's difficult to judge the atmosphere because it will slow you down, but you don't really know where it's gonna fucking lead you. But that should be enough. Again, I'm also calculating how much fuel I've got left to slow me down as necessary. Let's go for it. So in 10 minutes, it says, in game. Let's fast forward. Actually, before we do that, let's... It won't let me close them. That's weird. So 2, what's it? No. Oh, yeah, that's right. I mismapped the key settings. So, let's see what happens here. So, we want to put ourselves into the maneuver position. Use the RCS to assist us. We had a lot of RCS. We didn't really need anything close to this, unless it was actually providing something to a space station. So we're into periapsis here. 7 minutes. Too bad I can't fucking save these things. They're gonna probably blow apart. I'm gonna try, but it just won't let me close them. All right, so 7 minutes. Let's fast forward. We're in the direction of our target here. One minute, so we're going to fire our engines. We overshot. Let's see where we're supposed to be landing. That's not bad. Retrograde. No, it's not going to work. Well, let's see what happens. Too bad it's on the dark side. Yeah, it's going to go back up into the atmosphere, but I should have enough fuel to try to get us to Kerbal Space Center. Worth a shot. All right, here we go. So we want to go into retrograde. Activate RCS. Since we still have a lot, we're going to try to use it all. You can see that this is falling, so we are basically firing in reverse. At this orbit and speed, we are actually being quite efficient, and we still retain some fuel for the engines. And this is decreasing quite rapidly. After about 90 kilometers, the orbit degradates, and as such, you will fall back into the atmosphere. So that's what we're aiming for here. We want the atmosphere to assist us in actually slowing ourselves down. And plus, the more amount of mass and weight that you reduce, the more efficient your engines are with the fuel that remains. There are times where jet planes actually dump their fuel so that they can land, much better. A lot of different reasons why you want to reduce your mass. So minor propellant still quite sufficient, but we are reducing our orbit here. We want to bring this down so that we land at Kerbal Space Center, but we want to overshoot because the atmosphere will slow us down. Probably should have done this earlier, but so be it. Again, once we hit about 65, the atmosphere will be thick enough for us to start to slow down. You'll start to see this orbit rapidly decay. But I just got to keep my finger on the button here and continue it to reduce speed. Tonight I shall be making a meatloaf. And, well, what goes better with meatloaf than mashed potatoes? That's right, ends with an A. So I think I shall be doing that tonight. May whatever meal that you be making be just as glorious. 78 kilometers, apoapsis. $77 kilometers. We're getting close. And this is good. Again, we are reducing our mass, although there's substantial amount of it. And that's why I was quite questionable about the component we added to craft, just because it just had a lot of fucking monopropellant. But that'd be good if there was a space station to join with, or if it had to go to the moon, which is one of Elon Musk's plan. But yes, something to consider if you like this game. So, at 75 kilometers, we are moving in quick, so we're going to have to utilize our air brakes. And yeah, we're coming in quick. 2,200 meters per second. We're going to have to probably again do one of these suicide burns. We're coming up close here. And 2 kilometers. Rotate. There we go. Now we're going to fire up these rockets. Hopefully we got enough fuel to commit this. Come on. Oh. We had no fuel left. Fuck. Let's see how much we can... We should have added parachutes to this. It's not going to fucking work. Names, food, dessert. I don't know what that means. Says Lauren in the chat. Yeah, this thing's, again, no fuel means that this thing is going to crash. So let's just look at the inevitable. Let's fast forward. I'm going to have to play it again. Cronin. See, we can't leave Cronin hanging there. Let's revert the flight to the launch. I'm going to try it one more time. Again, donation lines are open. My video card is probably going to die. But I want to see Cronin live. So let's try not to get such a large apoapsis this time. So do that. Focus in on our craft. Increase to 80%. Go. Shout out to Meow Meow, aka Ryan the Heel, in the chat. Be sure to check him out. There's a lot of videos, late night. Apoapsis 73 kilometers. That second stage could have been a lot better. There it goes. At 71 kilometers, we're going to utilize our fuel and circularize our orbit. Ryan, you got any streams planned for tonight? Be sure to let people know in the chat. So, we're about ready to insert ourselves into orbit. In about 30 seconds. So, fire this up. There we go. Nice equatorial orbit. Best as we can. Well, it's been... Oops. It's been altered slightly. But we'll figure it out as we go. We got our RSS going. Beautiful. Look at the Milky Way. All right, so now we have to increase our speed. So we get a stable orbit here. Yeah, fuck that up again. Well, actually, no. Maybe we'll be able to accomplish this. No, we won't. We don't have enough fuel to fucking... I'll try one more time. Again, no donations. And everything runs better with donations. But we're going to try that one more time. Revert flight. To launch. To me, it doesn't have enough fuel, from what I'm seeing. It doesn't. It has enough fuel to get into orbit, no problem there. But actually, maybe that's what we'll do. Yes, that's what we'll do. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. This should be bigger. There should be more fuel for the main first stage. So, what we'll do is this. Just a little taller. That down there. Hunt. There we go. Looks a little more accurate, but should give us the necessary fuel to land. So let's try this one more time. Also, if you like drama, you might want to check out my channel tomorrow. There'll be a lot of drama. All right, so SAS active. We have a green light from mission control. Increase throttle to about 80%. And there we go. Last attempt for a sign off for the time being. Too close in the atmosphere. We're going to have to revert the flight. Try it once more. This game's great. This fucking game is great. Alright, so here we go again. SAS active. Increase throttle to 80%. There we go. Activate and launch. Oh. The big fucking rocket. Keep a close eye on our orbit. But well, you can see that we're rotating a bit here. Again, I started too early. Let's revert to launch. This rocket is certainly assured to get into orbit, and we will make it happen. All right, so Increase throttle to 80. Why do I have to keep doing that? I started way too fucking early. Not letting go. All right, 66%. So we're gonna get this into fucking orbit. We got 2 kilometers. Apoapsis at 7. We're gonna wait till about 15 to 20. I should add some tail fins. This thing is fucking unstable. 10 kilometers. Apoapsis at 37,000 kilometers. 50. Going through the thick of the atmosphere. Okay, there we go. That's what we want. I'm going to wait till we're at the Apoapsis, highest point over the Earth. And we're going to go into our prograde here. But as soon as we're at that point, we're going to fire our rockets. It will expend, fall into the ocean. But the primary stage, stage 1, will hopefully have enough fuel to get into orbit and then get out of orbit. We have the RCS already activating here, trying to keep ourselves in direction to where we want to be. This is prograde. The rotation of the planet, or direction of the rotation of the planet. Trying to get into there. "45 seconds. Let's add a maneuver. "56. Let's cancel that. I'm going to wait till we're right there. SS. So the RCS fuel is keeping us aligned. Electric charge looking good. We don't have too much fuel on this one. Alright, so now what we're going to do, eject this stage. Oh, clicked on the wrong window. Ah. Well, that did not go as I planned. Let's see if we can land into the atmosphere. There we go. That should be enough fuel. And using my RCS fuel. Reducing our orbital speed. It's going to be interesting how this thing lands. We're 112 kilometers. Still rising. But this will be my last attempt on this. Then I'm going to make some dinner. Who knows? Maybe I'll be back on tonight. Ken might be on. You never know. Joe's definitely going to be live. But I've gone live over Joe in the past, which is perfectly fine. So we're at the apoapsis here. Still going to land in daylight. Important. Reducing our mass as well. So now we're falling. 114 kilometers and falling. And our RCS is burning off well. Electric charge doing good. Saving that fuel to try to land. So in the meantime, we're using our RCS. Come on, Crun. Come on, Crun. You'll see atmospheric effects, probably about 60 kilometers up. And yes, this game uses metrics, so I'm going to have to deal with that. So now we have, I've switched this to surface radar. So 108 kilometers. Look at the beauty of this planet. Look at those fucking mountains. And look at the sky. I mean, how would you not want to fucking explore the stars, knowing that it looks like this? Latino Heat says, be right back. Taking my girls out. No need to update me on that. do your thing. Saturday night. Saturday night's all right for fighting. Craft looking good. 100 kilometers. Mountainous areas, but should be good. Again, reducing our mass with the monopropellant usage. And 2 kilometers. We are reducing our speed. Actually, we're attempting to, but now we're starting to come in deep on our dive. So we have to wait until we're closer into the atmosphere where we can activate our air brakes, which we will be doing. That'll certainly slow us down. Did it to trigger our P, says Latino Heat. Nice, says Butterfly. Hope you're having a good weekend, everyone. So you can see this keeps moving, which is understandable. We are, despite the fact that you're not seeing this in the speed, we are slowing down slightly. But it's being overcome by the fact that gravity is just pulling us in here. But now we're going to start to get into the atmosphere. This is going to slow us down, which is going to be good. You're going to see a massive drop in speed. And we're going to activate our air brakes, which are going to certainly allow us to reduce our speed. Sorry, hiccups. Just thinking also of my dinner tonight. Roast. There we go. Atmospheric conditions. But meatloaf, mashed potatoes, some veggies, and a nice green salad. It's going to be great. All right, so we're getting into the atmosphere right now. We continue to use our RCS. We're following about 38 kilometers. Saving that fuel for our final descent. But now what we're going to do is we're going to press we're also overheating here. Where's our... We're supposed to activate our engines. Oh, no, something happened. Okay, so they're open. Okay, our air brakes are open, but it looks like the one on the bottom actually burned off. 13 kilometers here. Still have fuel, that's good. We do want to be pointed towards retrograde. Surface speed is reducing. That's extremely important. Where are we at here? We are at 9 kilometers. Falling. Oops. Continue to utilize RCS. Air brakes are looking like they're working well. That's good. Gear up or gear down. Okay, we want to stay There we go. We are at about 2.8 kilometers from the surface. We want to reduce that speed as much as possible. Hopefully it'll keep us upright and we have enough fuel to land. No, no, no. $700 meters. We may just be able to pull this off, people. Come on, Cronin. You can do it. He did it. He did it. I don't know why I should have maybe deactivated the RCS, but yeah, you did it, Cronin. No, Cronin, don't do that. It's okay. But you did it. It's okay. I'm going to make you EVA. And there you go. Get off the ship. There's Cronin. Looking very happy. And we'll make him plant the flag. And this will be called successful failure. But he survived. And BFG made it. That's a big fucking, big fucking giant, but it should have been BFR. Big fucking rocket, but regardless. There you go. We got, with a little bit more finesse, probably could have worked out a lot better. But, hey, in theory, which is what Elon Musk was doing with all his rocket engine launches that failed, was let's see how far we can push this, and then we'll learn from it. So here we go. A great conclusion to today's video. Cronin lives, and we've learned a lot about the design that I've made. So a few improvements obviously can be made, but I had fun playing this, and again trying to relive what Elon Musk went through on April 20th with the launch of his Starship craft. Who knows if he'll change the name again. But on that note, I am Devious Dave Rose, and we shall see you next time.